arrived at Charlotte Amalie, the capital of St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. On the starboard side of the ship, you could see the cruise port. On the port side of the ship, you could see the harbor, Charlotte Amalie. Going to town, you can easily walk about a mile around the bay to the shopping district. Otherwise, you can take a cab for about $8 a piece. Just outside the cruise park, with a very short walk, you can go to the Sky Ride. It takes you to the top, where there's a fine restaurant and excellent views of the island. Taking the Sky Ride is one of the top things you can do in the island. It's only around $25 a piece. It's well worth it. The restaurant at the top of the hill is an excellent place to view the island. There are some shops if you want to buy some souvenirs, and the prices were very reasonable. We took a tour of the island. It was only around $35 a piece. They took us to the mountaintop where you could see Makin's Bay. The view is also spectacular. It's well worth it. The red building on the right used to be the prison. Then it was a jail. At the current time, it's a museum. We're now approaching a scenic view of the island, looking down to see the harbor. Approaching the top of the island, called Mountaintop, because we're on top of the mountain. You can look down and see Magens Bay. The bay is about a mile in length, has very clear water, and it's an excellent place to swim or visit. The island was once ruled by the Dutch before the United States took it over. As you can see, the roads are very skinny, and also, contrary to America, they drive on the left side of the road. Since the traffic is reversed, it takes a little bit to get used to, considering the lights and the oncoming traffic. Also, the roads are very narrow, and it's not uncommon to turn right and left and have blind spots. You have to be aware at all times. We went into town to have some lunch. It was very enjoyable. You could look out the restaurant, which was open air, and see the bay. We also saw our ship across the bay. We crossed over to the wharf and walked up and down before catching a bus ride back to the cruise port. It's a fun thing to do. I once took a seaplane from this very harbor and flew to the island of St. John, one of the neighboring islands. It was a lot of fun, very enjoyable. If you get a chance, I would recommend it. We took a cab ride back to the cruise port. It was a lot of fun, and it was very easy to see the bay, very scenic. It was only around $9 a person. The sun can be very bright, so don't forget your sunglasses, don't forget your hat, and don't forget a bottle of water to drink. It can be quite tiring if you walk a mile or so. This was not our first trip to St. Thomas, and hopefully it won't be our last. It is a fun place to go.